So thanks for following us through our video series on the spine and skull. Today, in our last video, we're going to be looking at proper postural alignment to make sure that your spine and neck are in good position for when you are walking or moving about the day. So one of the first principles of posture that we need to talk about is the relationship between the sacrum, the bottom of the spine, and the skull. So, in proper posture, the muscles that run the length of these two structures need to be appropriately lifted and stretched to ensure that you can activate your entire core and carry with your entire body. So, the first aspect, or thing that we need to discuss, is down at the sacrum. You take your tailbone or your sacrum and you tuck under slightly so that you are taking out any pelvic tilt, which tends to occur particularly as we desk workers, people who sit at a desk for a long period of time, have shortened muscles in the front of their body and tend to walk a little bit with their butt sticking out. This helps to alleviate that tension and lengthen the back of the spine, not to take out the lumbar curve, which is still important, but to allow for a little stretching so that you are able to activate the core abdominal musculature. In conjunction with that, we also need to take the skull and to feel as though you have a string attached at the top of the skull or right at the back where the skull and the spine connect, and that string is lifting towards the ceiling, which causes the chin to tuck under and back so that the spine is lifted as well. This tends to cause the gaze to come down a little, and in conjunction with working at the sacrum allows for a stretching of the entire spine so that you are supported with the core musculature rather than trying to lift with the back or hunch with the shoulders. Now, when we talk about sitting, as we sit, the same alignment applies. So, we rock forward and backward in the chair until we find the spot where all of the vertebrae of the spine are in alignment with gravity so that they are stacked one on top of each other, so that you are not trying to lift with the back to keep yourself erect, or you're not slouched back and having to sit up in order to be erect, but that as many of your supporting musculature as possible can be relaxed and allow the skeleton to bear the weight. The third principle is to ensure that the rib cage is properly open. And we do this not by trying to stretch the shoulders back, but instead by feeling as though part of the spine between the shoulder blades is pushed forward from the inside, allowing the shoulders to naturally set into a proper sitting position over the side of the body. Typically, we will round the shoulders forward, causing a hunched posture that can sometimes be very dramatic, but by pushing from the back, we can allow both shoulders to sit appropriately along the side of the body. If you put all of these things together, this will probably feel very strange at first because most of us do not carry ourselves this way throughout the day. But as we do this, we find that this becomes a posture that we can hold effortlessly for a very long period of time because the weight of the body is supported by the skeleton rather than by forcing our muscles to hold a posture that is unnatural. As I said in the beginning, this will be very awkward, but with a little effort in the first hour, couple hours sometimes, and with good mindfulness, you'll find that the body will take this new shape very easily. So thanks for following through our video series of skull and spine issues. We hope that you've been able to pick out a lot of good information about this, and certainly we intend to be running webinars and others online means of disseminating this information, so check out our blog, see when our next webinar series is running, and if you have any questions, we're happy to provide answers. So thank you very much, and we'll see you around for our next series.